Road Break family, how's every single one of you? Welcome to our previews and predictions for what is going to be Crown Jewel. We think that the pay per view might be going on because there's a lot of but things like there's a lot of doubt. There's a imminent crisis on the where was in the Saudi Arabia like world. So we don't know what's going to happen, but at least we're going to be talking about the matches. WWE has been in contact with the Department of State, kind of like monitoring the situation. So Paul, this Crown Jewel, at least the car is really solid. Probably one of the best cars of like this pay per view so far.
Yeah, you don't want to get too political or anything because we're going to talk about the wrestling, but it is a scary thing going on over there. Whether you like the country of Saudi Arabia or not, most people don't. And rightfully so. But we fear for the wrestlers and the WWE safety. So hopefully get in, get out, and hopefully there's no war started because war is never good for anybody. But this show, I did say it last week when we did the weekend review. I said I think most Crown Jewels, even though again not to get political, you don't like the shows why they take place, this and that. I think there's always some good matches, and even the two you have pictured here, I think are going to be good. Lesnar and Lashley, especially. If you give these guys time, really let them beat the shit out of each other, people are going to like it. And Logan Paul and Roman Reigns, that's the big, celebrity matchup. But Logan Paul's proven good to be a good wrestler, better than, most of the people we see on Wednesday night. So, I think that matchup will be good as well.
Takes a shot right there. Yes, to you, Colt Cabana, to you. Yes. So, the Colt Cabana, Ring of Honor, AEW, we're going to be talking about tomorrow live with all of you. So please be there for that. But like he said, this Crown Jewel has like the Triple H also like he's creative. So this is going to be a little better, I feel, because ever since Vince McMahon took over, like it was more like a show for like the Saudi Arabian crowd, bring The Undertaker with Rusev, all of that stuff. I remember like DX against also like the Brothers of Destruction. Everybody hates that match. You ask the four guys, they said that's one of the worst matches that they ever had. Triple H ended up injuring himself. Remember that? So let's talk about, like you said, all of these matches and the possible outcomes. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for the love, support that you're giving us throughout the social media waves. Be there for us for what is going to be Crown Jewel, their whole review. We're going to be there talking about absolutely everything. And Paul, this. Let's talk about this first match that is going to be for the newly tag team championships, like Asuka and Alexa Bliss going against Damage Control. This happened on Monday Night Raw. They're doing this match. Why? The titles are not going to change, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, or maybe they're just going to play hot potato just because maybe we'll see, a match we're going to talk about in a little bit. Maybe we'll see Bayley win and then Damage Control get the double win here. I don't know. I don't think this was the right move. We'll talk about a little bit more, tomorrow.
Yes.
But this match, it's one of those things where I really don't know and I really don't care, to be honest with you. I think the belt should still be on Damage Control, and
absolutely.
I don't think we really need this match on this pay-per-view. But
maybe just
I don't think
maybe
Alexa Bliss isn't that good. Asuka, the singles division desperately needs women, and I don't know, the whole tag division is just a mess because you're just combining singles, women, this and that. So I don't know. But for the prediction sake of it, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say Damage Control. They win the titles back.
I will say for me, just because they did this move absolutely terrible, I'm going to say that, like, unfortunately, Damage Control doesn't get the win and Asuka and Alexa Bliss retain. I don't like it either, like, and now Nikki Cross is kind of like playing a factor with Damage Control. But like you said, the group is supposed to be portrayed as strong, and like they need to be reliable on each other, win matches. Now it's just like they're losing the titles. Bayley lost to like Bianca Belair. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's not that good, so like they have to rectify it. I will like what your idea, but I know what they're gonna do is like just Alexa and Asuka just to please the Saudis over there. I think that's what they're gonna do. Paul, this one is gonna be a good match, and I don't see a title switch either. They're still in the tag team division, but at least I'm hoping for. Well, we're gonna talk about that one in a little bit. Tell me a little bit about the OC and Judgment Day. Carl Anderson, the problems with New Japan and all of that. But like here, I feel that like Judgment Day is going to establish themselves even better.
Yeah, and is Rhea Ripley in the match? Are we expecting a surprise female, or is it just the 6-man?
I think it's just a 6-man. So
okay,
like, if they make it an 8-man, maybe like I said.
Yeah, then I won't make any prediction for who the surprise woman might be or anything. But I mean, the booking has been so 50-50. I mean, I almost think with Rhea Ripley being there, you almost got to put Judgment Day over. But I don't know. The OC is new, but I think you got to get them wins because nobody's, it's the same act with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. It's not like, oh my God, here's CM Punk, it's, here's.
Yes, exactly.
So it's, so you got to get those guys over with wins. But if Rhea Ripley's there uncontested, no Charlotte Flair or maybe a Mia Yim or somebody, if nobody like that comes out to help the OC, then I don't see them picking up the win here.
Yeah, no, I feel like they're going to keep establishing the OC, like Dominic is like trying to be this new guy, new heel persona. Finn Balor, maybe they bring Edge back, but I don't think that, they will do all this travel for Edge just to come back. I don't think so. Here, like you said, my prediction, I'm going to go with you, Judgment Day. I would like the OC, but again, the OC was never strong enough for me. They were never like great. They were tag team champions, but everybody was like...
AJ's been, the last thing I have to say, just because I feel like AJ's been mid-card at best for the longest time. So it's like, okay, it's not like AJ was going after Roman Reigns and, now he has guys to go against the Usos, so now it's even. No, AJ's been mid-card. He doesn't feel special, and now you add two guys with him. How does that make them special?
Exactly. I mean, they need to bring a girl to make it even, and they do like 8-man tag. But you always said it's true that the 8-man tags, they're all confusing. It's all over the place. Spots like the one guy gets a punch, and then you got to rest for like 10 more minutes just to allow the other guys to pull their stuff in and all of that. I'm not too happy about it, but I mean, if they want to establish the Judgment Day out of the expense of the OC, that's fine. The OC was never great. They never, great group on WWE, so that's fine, Now we're going to talk about the tag team championships because this is going to be a good match. The Usos going against Butch and Rich Holland. This is just great. I would love them like for from Holland and for Pete Dunne, not Butch, but like for them to get the titles. But again, if you get the bloodline out of like the tag team championships, then it's only Roman Reigns. And
that would be very pay-per-view.
Let me just mention that because of course his heritage and all of that, he refuses to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be very Uzi, if they lose the belt. So I don't think they're gonna lose, but I think this will be a good match. Like I said, I think after Logan Paul, I feel you're just doing this big match for right here, But after that, you're gonna have to build somebody else, and I think it's gonna be Sheamus and Roman Reigns. I think that'll be the matchup. So this kind of keeps that feud warm while he deals with Logan Paul. But absolutely. My prediction, I think the Usos retain. I don't see
the Usos retain. I will say the same thing. I want to see, I want to see Pete Dunne and Rich Holland being champions just because the group is, with Sheamus even, they have more chemistry. For example, like see the OC, I feel that they don't have that. Whereas like these older guys, like, they're all like hugging each other. We're good. We're friends. We're like European, all of that stuff. So for me, I can relate more to them rather than the OC. But let's see what happens. Steel cage match, Jean Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Karrion Kross. Is Drew gonna get a win here, or Karrion Kross, establish themselves as the number one contender for Roman Reigns? What is gonna happen here?
I mean, I think if you look at a lot of the matches, I think a lot of the heels are gonna win. So maybe this will be one where the babyface goes over. I'm gonna pick Drew. This is another one that's so 50-50. You don't really know who are they trying to push here. Because one week Drew gets choked out and he looks like a fool, or he loses in the match. And then the next week he's, Karrion Kross is in a car accident and Drew's beating him up after the car accident, which is just, cruel and unusable. The guy was just in a car accident, quote unquote. But this feud kind of, both guys I think are main event caliber talents, but this feud doesn't feel like it's leading to a main event. It just kind of feels like it's there. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say Drew wins, and I could see either guy going over.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to go with Karrion Kross just because, again, they have to keep the feud. Like we said, we want Karrion Kross to go against Roman Reigns. That's, I think, the ultimate goal. And at the expense of Drew, what did you say also last week? Bray Wyatt is going to be the number one babyface. Drew is going to be number two. So I guess number two can afford a loss. So I think that's what they're going to do. Karrion, somehow, maybe Scarlett can play a factor. Like she is able to maybe manipulate the cage, something like close the door or not let Drew come out, something like that. But I feel Karrion Kross is gonna go there. You said like Drew McIntyre. We'll see Saturday at noon. Tell me a little bit about this one, because out of all of them, a lot of you might think that this is probably the greatest match in the car, or like one of the great attractions. This to me is one of the worst matches that is gonna have like the show. They just got two big guys that are not great wrestlers. I'm sorry, Braun Strowman. I don't care what they say. He's not a good wrestler. And Omos is just green as like you see around the crown jewel. The crown is very green like that. And MVP is not going to be in Saudi Arabia either. So there you go.
I'm going to just say, I mean, to me, this match kind of sucks. I mean, not kind of sucks. This match is plain old, flat out sucks. Like you said, it's an attraction. These are the best fans to do it in front of because, they love and cheer it, whether they're either told to at gunpoint before the show or whether they actually enjoy it, who knows. But they love it and they cheer for it. For a prediction, I mean, you're trying to push both of these guys. This should build it up for WrestleMania to just do it here. I don't know. Have them both fight out and do a double count out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Because, actually, I love your idea. And I'm going with that. Neither one of them wins is a count out. Because, again, you keep the feud going and you give something to do to both guys. Because Braun Strowman, ever since the return, what has he done? Oh, yeah, he's done Otis, Chad Gable, all of that. Omos, just, like jobbers, only that's not interesting for me. I don't like that. So we go with the double count out. I will go with that with you. There's going to be a segment. Bray Wyatt is actually going to show up. He's going to be there in Saudi Arabia for this pay-per-view. Maybe another promo. He needs to fight, like you said. There needs to be some kind of match here or something that is going to tell me whether I'm going either for Roman Reigns or for Drew McIntyre or Karrion Kross. We need something here because otherwise this is going to get stale really, really quick.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do a match here. I mean, you save it for the fans. I think in the U.S., I think it'll be more special. But I mean, the promo here is fine. I think it'll hopefully, maybe we'll get some idea of who he's going to go against.
Yeah, because like you said, I don't know with Bray. Like you said, like they said it might be Bo Dallas. A lot of people were saying Aleister Black, but actually we saw things on AEW that Aleister Black might come back really soon to AEW television. That will be what we're talking about tomorrow. And that's what's going to happen also as part of the show. Bayley versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. If they do the switch, it will be interesting because they've never done that before. The title has not changed hands at an event outside of the U.S. So there you go. This will be a good opportunity for Bayley to be the champion rather than, Bianca, because otherwise if she loses, then what do you have next? Then it's Nikki Cross, or what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I would do a title change here, but again, like we saw at the last pay-per-view, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. I mean, again, Bayley came back. To me, she's the best talker in the whole women's division. Yes. She's the most believable, with everything she does. Maybe she's not the best athlete or the strongest or the best worker or whatever, but I think like if you just go all the attributes, on average, I think she's the best one they got. So, yes. I think she should be the champion. It'll get the group over, even if they don't, my prediction's wrong and they don't win the belts back. Okay, at least, the leader has the belt. She did what she said she was going to do. But, we got to wait and see. Again, this might be another match. They want to put the baby face over so the crowd, they all cheer and go happy. But, I think it'll be good. What is it? Last woman standing, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, that's no DQ. So, there's going to be people involved. Nikki Cross. This will be the match Nikki Cross gets involved.
Yes.
For sure. So, my prediction's Bayley. But like I always say, got to wait and see.
Now, we'll see. I mean, I want Bayley too. Because this time, Bianca Belair has had the championship for way too long. They didn't do it with the ladder match. They didn't do it, on the road. They didn't do it. It is about time. They need to do it, and it needs to happen now. So my prediction also goes with Bayley. So now let's go with this one because this is one of the main attractions here. Like you said, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley. We saw that at the Royal Rumble. And I like the idea that you mentioned in the video what we did about the week in wrestling because a lot of people are saying the same thing. It's like drag this thing all the way to WrestleMania. Give these guys more chance. They let them tell a story right here. So I remember last time it was Bobby Lashley who got the win. So I'm saying maybe here Lesnar will pick up the win. At least for me, it's gonna be a good match. It showed that in the match at the Rumble that these two can actually go and have a good match. So my pick is for Lesnar here.
Yeah, and this is something where people always get scared where a guy loses one time and it's, oh my God, he's over. No, not if you actually have a name and people care about you. You can afford to lose.
Yes.
Because it gives you something to fight for. You're fighting for that win back. So, if Bobby Lashley loses here, which I think he will, I think Lesnar is going to go over. That's my pick. Then, maybe you do another match at, maybe the Royal Rumble or Survivor Series, and then maybe Lashley wins there. Then you do another match and boom, boom, maybe best of 5. Who knows? Maybe they have some kind of stipulation match or something. You do something, some kind of MMA fight pitch, shoot work fight at WrestleMania. You make it special. So my pick is Lesnar here, but no, you really got to drag this out. But this will be one of the best matches, I think, on the card.
Probably the of the show, like we're really excited about that, and Triple H understands it. I mean, they did a big brawl on Raw, that Triple H even came out, how like Matt Riddle was like with the sandals and trying to break up the fight. Paul Wagner was there. I mean, at least they sell you with the idea that it's going to be a big brawl. Is good, I'm excited. So hopefully, like you said, they drag this all the way to Mania. It's a good way to tell a story. And those guys don't need the title involved on this. Great stuff. And the main event, of course, Roman Reigns against Logan Paul for the undisputed WWE Championship. Here, of course, Roman. There's no other way.
This is Roman
title. Even if there's a bomb, even that they completely incinerate the building, it's not gonna happen. And Logan Paul is just like a celebrity, powerful. Right? That's all they're doing. I mean, is he gonna put a good match? Probably. He's been training with over there in Puerto Rico. So there's gonna be a good match. And I feel that maybe Bray Wyatt might be involved with this. Maybe. That's at least my prediction.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is purely done to get eyes, to get, the cross promotion, Logan Paul, his fans. But no, there's no way you put the WWE Championship on a celebrity like that. This is Roman Reigns. He has this on lockdown for WrestleMania. But I still think this match will be good. But, that's Crown Jewel.
Yeah, it is Crown Jewel, and it's going to be a good pay-per-view. At least, and don't forget, we're going to be live talking about all of this for you, family. Jean-Paul, myself, Juanzo, thank you so much for being with us. Don't forget to just follow us on the social media waves. We're everywhere. That is Paul. Tell us.
Rope Break on Facebook, the OG Rope Break on Twitter, Original Rope Break on Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, and right here on YouTube, the home and the #1 podcast in the YouTube wrestling community, the Original Rope Break.
Don't forget, tomorrow it's going to be live. We're going to be talking about everything on Raw, everything on SmackDown, although it was taped. We're going to talk about all of that, AEW, and, all the rumors and CM Punk, all the stuff that is going to happen. There's going to be a press conference tomorrow at 10:05 United States time, and about Crown Jewel. So all of that and more right here on Raw Break. So Jean-Paul, you and me have one more thing that is left to say, and that is...